Well, hello everyone. Thank you for watching today. Our last two programs exposed what is taking place in the halls of Congress and the war on American citizens by our elected officials. Today, I'm going to confirm our call for women, evangelical women, to rise and take a stand for God, His Word, and His holiness. If we do not speak out and rebuke the feminists now running our government, acting like they represent all of the women in this nation when nothing could be further from the truth, when are we going to make a statement and take a stand? What is happening is that real issues, especially during this primary elections for president, are being covered up. Serious issues, and people are going with the propaganda instead of seeing through the maze, understanding the need for prayer, the need to speak out, and the need for Christians to take a stand. Our country at this very moment is being flooded with illegals and Middle East Muslims for the sole purpose of replacing American citizens. Homelessness is caused by joblessness is epidemic. My friends, if the Christians don't remove the stigma that there really is a separation of God and country and a separation of church and state in our Constitution, we will never see anything different than the culture that we have produced by alienating ourselves from our civic duties as born-again Christians. I mean, that's Christians that have Christ in the word Christians. There are Christians that are Christless, and you need to know the difference. The homelessness that is caused right now by joblessness and deliberate poverty must be exposed. So I want you today, Faye, you sound like you're mad. I'm not mad. I want you to know I am not mad. I don't hate. I'm not a threat to society. But it's time for the truth to prevail and God's people to understand that it is vital that we don't bow another minute to the godlessness and the godless people that are running our nation. It's boldness. It's believing that our nation is worth fighting for. So I want you to go call your friends and say, Faye is on. She's on fire today. You need to watch this or just tape it. A lot of my people are taping our programs and showing them to other people, and that is getting a lot of people's attention. I want you to know that there is still a God, and He's not dead, and this nation is one nation under God. We're here, we're pulling down strongholds. I am Faye Hardin, and this is Well, I want to take a moment to thank all of our new viewers and all of those who are calling us and asking for a complimentary face fax and some of our fact sheets that we've been addressing on our program. It's a blessing to hear from you, and literally we're hearing from people all over the United States. And I get your information. You call our call center in Amarillo, Texas, and you talk to Jamie Ward. She is a part of our ministry, and she and her husband Charles head up our prayer room and take personal prayer requests and talk to the people who call our ministry. and she's a real blessing. So if you've talked to her and you've asked to be on our mailing list, I do get the information, and any comments that you want to leave, Janie forwards them to me. And we are hearing from some of the most wonderful people across the country thanking me for telling you the truth and giving you information you don't get anywhere else on Christian television or in the propaganda of the secular media. I just want to say today, if you are an intercessor and you lead a small prayer group or a large prayer group, or if you have a ministry that has a meeting to pray, or morning prayers at your church, intercessory prayers, we'd like for you to join our army of intercessors and specifically pray for America according to what is taking place every week, identifying the powers and principalities, the spiritual wickedness in high places that we're contending with from week to week. I believe that we're in a spiritual battle, and so do a lot of other people. But you can say, Faye, I'd love to get your information. We don't send you letters every week telling you if you don't give a certain amount of money, we're not going to be here. We do very little fundraising in our mail. Our prayer letters are just that. Our people become partners because they want to, and our partners fund our ministry. But we need partners, and we need more partners because we've got something to say, and people want to hear it, and we're limited because of finances. But if you would like to join our army of prayer warriors, we'd love to hear from you. And some of you say, I don't have time to write the number down, or I can't see the address. So I want you to get a pen and a pen and a piece of paper. And in a few minutes, I'm going to give you our phone number and our address, and I'm going to talk slow for those of you that have trouble trying to get it off the screen. I'm going to make sure that you get it. We literally have the plan for America's deliverance in this ministry. We're walking it out, we're praying it through, and our intercessors are on the mark. We just need more of you. Also, my call to evangelical women is a clarion call. They are out of the picture. And to watch the feminist, the atheist, the socialist, the communist act to the world like they are representative of America is just more than I can take. We do have some wonderful Catholic leaders of women, Phyllis Schlafly, Laura Ingram, just to name two for sure that I know they never compromise. But where are the evangelical women's leaders? It's time for those of us that claim to have the power, claim to have the real deal, claim to be born again and dedicated to our different denominations and our churches, to wake up and stand up for Jesus in this country, that the world can see who we are. Today I'm going to share with you Judge Janine's script of one of her programs. She's a host of a Fox News program that airs on Saturday nights at 8 o'clock. And someone emailed me the transcript of her program, and that this transcript confirms the information that I gave you last week and week before last on our program, that American citizens are deliberately being replaced by members of our government, deliberately being replaced. She didn't go to the extent that I have gone to in my publications with the joblessness and homelessness and the thousands that are living in forests, under bridges, families. This is no racial issues. These are families of all races that are literally living in worse conditions in this country than the Middle East refugees in Syria and Iraq. They are literally without any support because they do not have an address. However, the face facts that I did a couple of weeks ago shows you that if you are an illegal or if you are a Middle East refugee in this country, there is no lack. Our country is being flooded with hardened criminals, illegals that are not being deported, and we must not allow this to continue. So don't go away. I'm going to be right back with a confirmation that the information that you get here first is now coming to light in our national media, but very few people are reporting it. But thank God for another woman who believes in God, and her name is Judge Janine. I'll be right back. Hi, I'm Faye Harding. Just want to take a moment to let you know that our face facts, given the information, specifics about what's going on in this nation, are in demand. I want you today to say, Faye, I want to know the truth. I will never tell you anything that I cannot confirm, but this election is vital, and it's vital that the people of God get involved. It's vital right now because it's right now that we're making the decisions whether we will save America or not. I need your help. Our ministry must have support, more than we've ever had it before. I've had some wonderful partners that's gone to be with the Lord. They must be replaced for us to continue to do everything that we're doing right now to wake up America and to bring America's deliverance. Will you write that check today? Will you call, go on my website, and make that donation? Well, I want to welcome you back, and I want you to know that I'm taking the information that I'm giving you today from our April 28th Face Facts. It is an excellent prayer bulletin, and you can see on the front there is a picture of a peacock, a beautiful white peacock that came and entertained me and some of my friends that was in St. Augustine, Florida, the first of this week. It is one of the most beautiful creations I've ever seen. And it danced, it pranced, it hissed at other peacocks and squirrels, was not going to share its glory. And it was like it was saying, welcome back to life, Faye, because it's the first time I've been able to really go anywhere and do anything since last October. I've been homebound on powerful IV antibiotics for infectious, two different attacks, different diseases that were life-threatening, and God has finally brought me back. And I just want you to know we're going to be having a leadership summit in St. Augustine in a few weeks, and I want everybody that wants to become a leader of ministry, a leader of prayer, to plan now to come to my Prayer Warriors Leadership Summit. I'll be giving on our next program, I'll be giving you the exact times and hotels we'll be using in St. Augustine. Don't miss it. But this is, when you get the Face Facts, there's not another publication like it. I write it. I have a personal editor. I produce all of the photos, all of the fact sheets. It takes me days every week to keep our intercessors informed, to keep them ready for their prayer teams that every week they pray in teams of 3 to 10 or individually with me, but they cover all of the information that I send them every week, first-class mail. That's why they partner with me, and you need to do the same thing. In this week's April 28th, Judge Janine, and I didn't see the program, but one of my intercessors did, and all of my intercessors literally are researchers. They keep me informed. I read everything they send to me, and we literally uncover all of the hidden agendas that Satan has planned for our country one way or another, but we also pray them out. We pray down the spirits that's driving them. We're not battling people. We are battling powers and principalities and spiritual wickedness in high places. And forces of darkness. We are not going to tolerate it. We've got enough now that in this country we've got the devil on the run. Whether you realize it or not, we do. But this was Judge Janine. Her topic was establishment wants to sabotage Trump and is in bed with the Democrats. The Washington establishment is saying this about you. Why should we fight with you when we can simply replace you? You sorry person, with a mindless minion from the third world. That type of thinking is exactly what Cruz and Trump discovered a few years ago. This is why we are so dangerous to the establishment. And this was written by Steve Eichler, and he goes on to describe Judge Janine's program. He said, get this. The establishment has a secret plan to first replace your vote, then to replace you, and if you won't obey. If you refuse to be a boot ticker, then the establishment will import someone who will conform. Ever ask yourself why the establishment hates Cruz and Trump? In short, the dirty establishment secret involves replacing tens of millions of hard-working U.S. citizens with third world makeshift counterfeit nationals, imported foreign nationals who know nothing about the American heritage, the Constitution, or even had a background check. By design, their voice demands and votes will extinguish yours, and you will be replaced. The establishment demands obedience. To be honest, if the Washington establishment can't control you using oppressive tactics, taxation, government benefit dependency, police and cyber intimidation, industry killing regulations, then you will be replaced. Please get April 28th's Face Facts. Hear the rest. The truth will set us free. Hi, I'm Faye Harding. Just take a moment to let you know that I do not believe that God is going to do anything else for this country until we begin to bring back the foundation of our nation from a Christian perspective. And I believe that we're going to have to do things God's way. We cannot glorify politicians anymore. We cannot glorify poverty anymore. For anyone who will pray with me 120 days, I want to send you as my gift to you my book, 120-Day Prayer Calendar, Doing It God's Way. You just need to pay the postage, $5.75. I want to put it in your hands. Also, our much sought after weekly prayer bulletin is in demand. If you want to know what's happening, how things are going week to week, please say, Faye, I'm going to partner with you today. Make that donation, and God bless you. I'm going to show you what we're up against, but before I do, I want you to know that the phone number that you call, 407-265-0700, 407-265-0700, and press 2, and that will get you someone. They'll either call you back if they're on another line. For prayer, also 407-265-0700, and press 1. For personal prayer, salvation, that is the number that you also call. You can write me. I get all of my mail to Insight USA, INSIGHT USA, P.O. Box 917689, 917689, Longwood, LONGWOOD, Florida 32791. That number's on the screen throughout our program. It's also the address at the end of the program. But there's people who don't read well or see well, and I just wanted you to have that. We're going to go back. I want to show you what we're up against with what is taking place right now with replacing U.S. citizens and why I need your support. People, I need for you to sit down right now. If you want this program to stay on the station that you're watching, you're going to have to become a part of it. I need sponsors right now. I need people to become partners with me for any amount during the month, any amount, but every month be faithful. I need people to write a check for $1,000 today, $5,000. I know God has spoken to someone to do $100,000, but you keep thinking it should go somewhere else. It shouldn't. Obey God. He has something special for you, but you're going to have to do it God's way. And mail it today. You can go on my website, insightUSA.us, and make a donation right now. Tomorrow, we'll be able to use it, and we're using every dime we get as we get it. And we just need more to do more faster. So please obey the Lord and watch Him release your miracles and your blessings, because His hand is on this ministry, this message, and this prayer network. In the Face Facts, April 28th, let me tell you what we're up against. It says, why do you think countless political refugees are being fast-tracked and ushered into the U.S. at lightning speed, while tens of thousands of good, honest, legal immigrants are still patiently waiting? Then it says, let me repeat, citizen replacement will take your benefits and liberally give them to your replacement, but you are expected to pay for them. Your replacement is in line with his handout and ready to receive homes, government housing, meals, education, votes, retirement, health care, and it goes on and on. While if you're homeless in this country and do not have an address, you qualify for nothing. Our citizens are being driven to the woods, the streets, and the bridges while we're being replaced with foreigners. It's deliberate. Are you going to sit there, women of God, and just let it keep happening? I need to hear from you today. Hi, I'm Faye Harding. Just want to take a moment to let you know that our Face Facts, given the information, specifics about what's going on in this nation, are in demand. I want you today to say, Faye, I want to know the truth. I will never tell you anything that I cannot confirm, but this election is vital, and it's vital that the people of God get involved. It's vital right now because it's right now that we're making the decisions whether we will save America or not. I need your help. Our ministry must have support, more than we've ever had it before. I've had some wonderful partners that's gone to be with the Lord. They must be replaced for us to continue to do everything that we're doing right now to wake up America and to bring America's deliverance. Will you write that check today? Will you call, go on my website, and make that donation? Well, time flies when we're doing this program. I can't believe how fast it goes. In our April 28th Face Facts, I have just a little bit of information on the 105 million people in this country who cannot find a job. It's deliberate. They're homeless. They're in the streets. They're in the woods. I had a lady from Trinidad that visited me this week. She said, I can't believe this is America. I began to show her what we're up against. We must uncover this epidemic that has been created by the people we're paying in Congress. I've asked, what do these people do? They don't read bills, they write. They say they write, they don't write the bills. They say that they're passing because the Congress is supposed to write the laws. They do nothing. I've been there so many times on the Hill, and I thought, what do they do? They don't read anything. They don't write anything. When they go in to do their committees, they go in, read the questions. Their staff writes them. Out they go, and you never see them again. They don't have committee hearings. They're not there long enough to hear what's being said. But I found out by accident this week, and what they do, and it's also in my Face Facts, is it was reported by a Florida congressman. He says that the absence of Congress places us in peril. They must face the voters. What our Congress does, and our senators, our House of Representatives, both parties, is they spend 20 to 30 hours a week telemarketing in two offices, one on one side of the street, one on the other, the Democrats on one, telemarketing, raising money, 20 to 30 hours a week. It says the system right now, the money buys politics, money buys votes. We all know that the amount of money is in politics. This is the amount of time it takes to raise that money, and the fact that you have a part-time Congress in a full-time world spending all of their days shaking down the American people for money and not doing their job, the job they ran for. This and their pensions are not in jeopardy, but Social Security, according to these same people that spend 20 to 30 hours a week in little cubby holes. 60 Minutes did a special on it, and they are in cubby holes 20 to 30 hours a week raising money for the Republican Party for themselves. That's why we are in the condition we're in. People, if we don't let our voices be heard, if you don't understand who is taking this country to the abyss that we're in, our culture, taxes, how families, I have no idea how families can go to a grocery store and buy food. If you're a U.S. citizen, you'll lose everything you've got over a terminal illness. They're doing that. They told Hillary they're doing that. She promises to change it. Well, she's the reason that they've lost it. She and the progressives, the Democrats, the Republicans, and those in both parties in our government that are betraying the U.S. citizen. You need to understand what is going on. I want to hear from you this week. Will you make a pledge? Will you help me get the truth out and save our country?
Faye wants to hear from you. Her desire to see America come out of exile is raising up one of the most powerful, informed, anointed, and united prayer networks in America for America. She is organizing Christians for the U.S. Constitution to give uncompromising believers back their voice and witness. If this program has blessed you and you believe in what Faye is doing, contact her, pray with and for her, partner with her. She would love for you to host an Insight rally in your church or city. Organize an Intercessors with Insight prayer team or join one. For a complimentary pocket-sized constitution or Faye's fax, call or email Faye 407-265-0700 or faye.usainsight@gmail.com. Write Insight USA, P.O. Box 917689, Longwood, Florida 32791.